Hi, I'm Eric Tomato. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on the PC. Let's go turn in our Zerka quest. I think it's this way. Some Jawas.
Greetings again from the offices of Zerga Corporation.
I have gaffy sticks to redeem for bounties.
I see that, but do you have the all-important Chieftain's Gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
Yeah, yes, here it is.
Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still sand people out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerga Corporation thanks you.
You want to give me an additional reward.
And I wouldn't want you to leave without this additional reward. Yes, of course I wouldn't.
Zerka may be a corrupt organization, but that does not justify us using the Force for personal gain.
Yes, it does. Fuck off.
Greetings again from the off.
I have gaffy sticks.
Of course, you've done a good job.
To go.
Farewell.
What else do I have to say?
Greetings again from the office.
I want to ask about our agreement.
You have fulfilled your end of the bargain, and Zerka Corporation is grateful. The Sand People will be less of a threat without their chieftain. I will, of course, continue to give you...
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Goodbye, Great Isle. Many characters played by Great Isle. Let's talk to that annoying fucking Oopa Choopa. Where's the freaking Oopa Choopa? Oh, he's gone. Some serious screen tearing going on. Guess I'm going out into the Dune Sea. Maybe I'll check the cantina once more before I go. I'm a Jedi! Zerk officer, what are you?
Well, imagine you.
Oh, it's you. No, I don't want
keep
anything.
saying-
Fuck off. I don't like swoop bikes or toaster bikes. Furco!
Hello again.
You can please not
All right.
talk to me about that nonsense again. Oh, Java? That Tattooine, that cantina is surprisingly boring, especially for Tattooine.
Oh, it's you again. I'll just let you pass. The boys in the office may need authorization in triplicate, but good hunting.
Out we go. To the eastern Dune Sea. Is this Eastern? It is. Lovely. Let's go. Kill us a Krayt Dragon. Do back.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Well, you're gonna die. I thought you preferred the solo hunt. Why should you kill this great beast? I'll help. Give me more information about how. How will we lead Banthus here? That seems very easy. Why aren't you telling? What aren't you telling me? Yet more sand people. I've dealt with their kind before. Look, I have your fodder. See what I can do. Ugh, why does it have to be so freaking complicated? I can just kill it! I'm a Jedi! The fuck? That's bullshit! I can take it though! You're fucking with me. I don't like it when you fuck with me. Now I have to deal with that fucking Oopa Chupa again. I fucking hate Twilight so much. Or at least I hate them in this game because they're so irritating to speak to. Ochuta putachi chototo shopa pa 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 doka pa pa dupa dupa opa topa dupa chupa. I fucking hate them. They're animals, and I slaughtered them like animals.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
I thought that was just because he was stupid. I didn't think it was... I can't take him.
쟤도 봐도 와는 이디 보고 동나 붕샤 누누냐 론다 디헛 뭐
I hate this creature. There's some bantha. I'm not trying to go that way, game. The fuck up. I know there's a vast expanse of desert stretching in the other direction, but that's not the way I'm going, so you can just shut up about it. Okay, we are back after a slight fucking crash because Tattooine seems to be the least stable planet in the game. Glad I'm getting this fucking dust ball over with now. I really do hate Tattooine. Okay, I gotta get the bantha. Are these the bantha? There's a few bantha. Yo! Yeah, a herd. I don't know if 3 is a herd of bantha, but... Yeah, we're stealing your bantha. Deal with it. Okay, I don't mean deal with it by killing me, but alright, if that's the way you want it. I have plenty of force lightning for everybody. Good, dead. Do they have stuff for me to sleep? Ah, no remains to loot. Still following me?
아추다 뭔가 곧 비스톨 아추다 뭔가 곧 비스톨
Can we talk now? You fucking Oopa Chupa.
쟤도 봐도 와는 이디 보고 동나 붕샤 누누냐
Don't worry, I'm ready.
눈에 포도 라는 우프라타 똥걸
That wasn't fun.
이단난 다이아다 왔다 유마 와마 호호 나덱덱 쟤도 봐도 와는 이디 보고 동나 붕샤 누
Thanks, we did what had to be done.
론다 디헛동가 군 헝가미 와나 군 베스칭 무차샥 바칸 기에
Do I get the dragon pearl, please? I do. Lovely. If it's still in there. It leaves nothing. Okay. So do I not get to hear the Sand People's story? Oh, a Jedi Master died here. A violet crystal. Oh, wait. Holy shit, that's the star map. We found the star map! honestly wasn't expecting this.
Statement. I believe there can be little doubt that we have found the star map you were seeking. I am surprised it is still working after all this time.
I do not think it is mere chance that we have found the star map here, in the lair of a Krayt Dragon. The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The Krayt Dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it. Come, we should leave this place. There's nothing else for us here.
Hopefully there's something to attack us. Please? No? Oh. We found the star map, though. Did I search this rubble already? No. Do I have the pearl, at least? Red crystal, violet crystal, yellow crystal. And people clothing. Krayt Dragon pearl. Cool. Okay, I do have the pearl. There you are. You want to dance with the Jedi, bitch? Come on.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end. You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time.
Hold on, Callum. Maybe we can work out a deal here.
Sorry, I'm not in this for the credits. You're the only ones who've ever gotten away from me. I've got a rep to protect. Let's go, boys. It's showtime.
Okay, they can't seem to target anything. So
Yes.
Ready!
You cannot win. You shall
So falls Calo Nord. A wannabe Boba Fett with a dumb hat. Antidote kit, 2 Mandalorian heavy pistols, and Calo Nord is battle. I'll make a fine gift for Candors. Candors are giving that heavy armor. Or should you give that to our old friend, should we give Karth heavy armor? I think we should give Karth that, because we gave the Fett armor to the Mandalorian. Well, that's a loose end tied up from Taurus. So let's get to these sand people and give them the pearl so we can hear their story. An old corpse, alright. This is pleasant. Yeah, killed a lot of people, didn't you? Yeah, I guess you're allowed. Where is your leader? There you are.
Query, what do you wish to ask of him, Master?
I want information on Sand People culture.
Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that that is much of...
Tell me the history of your clan.
Translation. Translation. You have been told that to be considered worthy of hearing the histories, you need to bring him a dragon pearl from a Krayt Dragon. Translation. He says the discussion...
Here's a dragon pearl.
Translation. Translation. He is stupefied, Master. He never thought you could return with such an item. Such a thing has not been done in many years. Translation. He will allow you to meet the storyteller, but also gives a warning. If you dare to repeat the histories incorrectly, you will be killed. Translation. The storyteller will be summoned to one of the rooms here in the Enclave. He seems to think this is a great honor for you, Master.
Tell him farewell for now.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Let's talk to that Sand People storyteller. Just gotta find this room. The story. Oh, there he is.
Translation. He identifies himself as the storyteller, Master. He has been told of your warrior skills and will speak the history to you.
I am honored. Ask him what he records.
Translation. Translation. There is only one accepted history, passed orally to each successive generation. Translation. A book or datapad can be taken away, cheapening the value of what it contains. To commit it to paper or storage is to remove it from the people.
On what topics can I choose? What topics can I choose from?
Translation. Translation. You may choose to hear the history, or you may choose not to. Their history is a single entity that cannot be partitioned. Translation. The only exception is in continuing the tales once they have begun. If you leave, when you return, he will continue from where he left off.
Begin the history.
Translation. Translation. It begins with the ancient times. They were not sand people, for there was no sand. The land was green with life, and they walked without wrappings. Translation. Though the land was beautiful, they lived apart from the land. They built their walls high and saw beyond the horizon. They dared to reach the stars. Translation. There are no words for how long ago this was. It was before the outsiders, before the abduction, before the cities fell, before the builders.
Continue the history.
Translation. Translation. His arrogant people touched the stars, and this sin drew the attention of the builders. The builders did not touch the stars, they lashed them to millstones. Translation. Great demons of metal stripped the world of its riches until all that was left was the green of the ground. The great cities were lifted away. Translation. Those that had used the wealth were taken along with it. Transgressors abducted to serve past the sky, seeding the stars with penitent, adaptable slaves.
Continue with the history.
Translation. Translation. There came a time when the builders were also judged for their crimes. After generations, a plague weakened them, and the time of the Great War began. Translation. The builders faltered, and his people realized why they had been punished, so that they understood the crime, and would now strike down the greater offender. Translation. They worked chaos in the machines, so they destroyed themselves. The builders fought back, laying waste to the green that had been misused with fire from above. Translation. Soil became glass, grinding to sand, but the fight was long planned, and his people were safe. Deep in cave homes carved from valley wall, they were free.
Continue with the history.
Translation. Editing, if I may, Master. This section of his tale details several millennia of the Long Walk, their nomadic wanderings as they accept their identity in a desert world. Rather than strain my circuits on his dialect, might we just assume there was much fighting over who has the biggest bantha and move on to more recent things?
No, I want to hear it all.
Resignation. Very well, Master. Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, and all a sand people, and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation. Then machines fell from the stars again, outsiders like you that brazenly walked apart from the land. And greater still was the insult to come. Translation. These outsiders reminded them of their past transgression, of the time when they too walked apart from land. The outsiders, your kind, looked like their ancient abducted. Translation. So it is to the current sons that the Sand People hate all outsiders and give them no footing. You come again, time after time, adaptable slaves to the machine.
Is there anything further?
Editing. The last 1,000 years are full of conflicts with different groups of attempted planetary settlers, all of whom are poorly described, long dead, and likely untraceable. I believe I have truncated it down to the usable bits in what was already said. I hope it is enough, Master.
I want to ask questions on what I've heard.
Cautionary. I should warn you, Master, that any questioning of their interpretation may be seen as trying to change the meaning of what was said. Clarification. They may consider this to be speaking the words in error, a blasphemy they would attempt to kill you for.
Let's return to my other question.
Obedient. I will ask whatever you wish, Master.
Continue the history from where we left off.
Translation. Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all the Sand People and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not... Translation. Translation. Translation.
Is there anything further?
Editing.
I will return later.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Okay, let us return to the Ebon Hawk. I cannot, okay. Let us leave. We've heard their story. We have a greater understanding of the Sand People. We'll look through this rag pile. I will not steal her bantha fodder. Do I have any still active quests on this dust ball? Oh yeah, Gizka. Let's look for the Gizka. Pick it up. Leave it alone. Okay, Canderous, do you know anything about these things?
Yeah, what do you want?
What the fuck are those? Have you seen all the Gizka on the ship?
So deal with it. Why are you asking me about it? Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
What's your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with a basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
I don't think Mandalorians got afraid.
Every new warrior has to fear to understand how to beat it. You must know that. The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
You dropped from orbit riding a droid?
The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
That was some fight.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Nothing for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Let's talk to a lot of other people, then we'll talk to HK-47. There's a Gizka in here. You don't talk much, do you? I want to ask you some questions. You don't even know what I was going to ask. Just chime in if you have any advice. Have you anything more to say about yourself, Zalbar? Then I will leave you be. Do you know anything about dealing with Gizka? Okay, you don't know really anything. Juhani, anything new?
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Are you doing all right?
I thank you for your concern, but I am still a bit shaken.
Why? What is wrong?
I have been thinking about myself, about Quatra, and about my fall to the dark side. I keep thinking that it was my anger that drove me that far, that nearly damned me. I look inside myself now and I can still see it. I still feel it.
Perhaps you just perhaps you just need more time.
More time would do me good. Time to distance myself from that anger. I think that is why the council agreed to send me with you. They think perhaps that in your company I will be able to free myself from it.
If I see you begin to slip back, I will intervene.
I thank you for your concern and your acceptance. I will strive to prove that I am worthy of your company and trust.
Who's next to speak to? Where's Mission? Yeah, other end of the ship, right? Candrace, I'll speak to HK-47 later. I think she's in here, yes.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to talk about your brother.
Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nothing.
Okay, have it your way. Hey there, what can...
Do you know anything about these Gizka creatures?
Are you sure you want to ask me about that?
I guess not, if you're gonna take it so weird. How are the Gizka sore spot? I don't care. Hey, Bastila, how you doing?
How can I help?
You wish to talk to me?
I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zahar.
I think we both know the real reason you've been watching me.
You never give up, do you? I admit, I'm interested in you. I find you intriguing, compelling even, but it's not what you think. You have a great gift. You have an awesome command of the Force, and I tremble when I think of how you might misuse it.
I make you tremble. Do you get all tingly inside, too?
What? No, of course not. Not like that, anyway. In many ways, you are dangerous. You could be the savior of the galaxy, or you could bring untold destruction upon us all. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continue to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. But I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety, for it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this, but I will do my best to make you understand.
What are you trying to tell me?
The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for.
You seem to know that temptation very well.
I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly?
I couldn't see myself ever doing such things.
That is why the dark side is so insidious. If you are not careful, you do not even see each small step you take towards it until it's too late. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying.
Do whatever is required, such as?
I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side. But I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
Okay, Candrace? Karth?
Yes, what's on your mind?
We didn't end our last discussion very well.
I'm not very good at this. I know I owe you an apology. More than one, probably. I was just so desperate to finally face Saul directly in the battle over Terrace. And now the Jedi have us looking for these star maps. I know this mission is important, it's just, I feel a bit useless. I can fight, sure, but I'm no Jedi. All this feels completely out of my league.
Why don't you return to the front lines then?
Because this is more important. This may really finally make a difference. I suppose even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still want to help if I can. I just hate not knowing what's going on and feeling this helpless. But I shouldn't have taken that out on you. I've been a royal pain in the backside, haven't I?
Don't worry about it, Karth.
No, I do worry about it. I've traveled the lanes more than once. I should know better than this. So, I'm sorry. Will you accept my apology?
Only if you agree to work with me for once.
Done. Let's get underway then, shall we, partner?
Yay, Karth, my friend. Let's talk to the evil robot. I'm gonna look up how to deal with the Gizka in a non-dark side manner, because I think poisoning them might be bad.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
You don't need to call me Master, you know.
Query. Don't I? I was under the assumption that organic meatbags such as yourself enjoyed such forms of address.
Organic meatbags?
Retraction. Did I say that out loud? I apologize, Master. While you are a meatbag, I suppose I should not call you such.
You just called me a meatbag again!
Explanation. It's just that you have all these squishy parts, Master, and all that water. How the constant sloshing doesn't drive you mad, I have no idea.
Neither do I, come to think of it.
Statement. Now do you understand the travails of my existence, Master? Surely it does not compare to your existence, but still.
Just stop calling me Master, at least.
Apology. I am afraid I cannot comply with your command, Master, as much as I would like to.
Why not?
Explanation. Someone has hard-coded it into my system that my current Master always be addressed as such.
Who did that?
Conjecture. I do not know. Some organic meatbag?
Well, maybe you don't know.
Answer. No, Master. My past memory has been almost completely erased prior to your purchase of me.
Almost completely.
Observation. At certain times, power rerouting forces some memory circuits to fire that were previously deleted. I cannot control this process, however.
Why not?
Answer: because there has been considerable tampering with my systems, Master.
Well, let me know if you remember anything then.
Statement: I will endeavor to do so, Master. Statement:
I would like to know more about your functionality.
Statement: I know some elements of my functionality, Master, but not all.
I thought you said that removing your restraining bolt would restore your memory.
Qualification: I suspected that it might, Master, but without memory, I had no way of knowing whether or not I knew that was true.
So you lied to me.
Qualification: not so much, Master. I spoke out of ignorance. I assumed the Athorian was responsible for my memory loss. That does not mean I am not a fully loyal droid willing to serve its master. Right, Master?
How can you not know which parts of your function? How can you not know parts of your functionality?
Answer: there have been numerous repairs and tampering made to my system, Master. Several systems are not operating as they should be. The fact that my memory is incomplete may be due to meatbag incompetence, or something else I am unaware of.
Is there any way to repair you?
Answer: some of my motor functions can be safely repaired, Master, but anything in relation to my memory core is extremely sensitive. I have safeguards installed to protect that core that I cannot deactivate. It is not impossible that other, lesser memory functions could be restored, however.
So I can restore your memory?
Answer: you may attempt to restore portions of my deleted memory, Master, but some skill at repair is required. The deeper functions of my core memory, however, would still be unadvisable to tamper with. Conjecture: it is possible that some external stimulus might result in the memory core being reactivated, but I am unaware of any program existence to do so.
So you're saying that your memory might just come back?
Conjecture: there may be hidden programming that awaits certain conditions to reactivate my memory core, Master, but there is no way to know. It is quite possible that tampering has simply erased my core permanently. If that is so, a meatbag will surely pay.
So, how do I go about restoring part of your memory?
Answer: simply tell me that you wish to make the attempt, Master, and I will attempt to walk you through it. Please do be careful.
I'd like to try restoring some of your memory.
Affirmative. If you believe your skills are up to the task, Master, then I can certainly guide you through the process. Request: I only ask that you be oh so very careful, Master. I am too valuable and well-crafted to perish at the hands of ineptitude.
Let's get started.
Statement: as you wish, Master. The first stage is the simple one, and that is accessing my central control cluster. This may take a while. First, you will need to open 3 panels. And now rewire the last 3 relays. Yes, good. Well done, Master. I believe your operation was a success. Accessing new memory. Access complete. I have restored a great deal of information about my previous owner, Master. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, let me hear it.
Recitation. The earliest memory of my last owner specifies that he was human, a low-ranking commercial officer for SciTech Corporation. I am unaware of his designation. He purchased me from an acquaintance I cannot identify for the purposes of protocol and bodyguard duties.
You mentioned the SciTech Corporation when I purchased you.
Explanation. Affirmative, Master. I had assumed that my previous owner was the corporation itself. This is not the case. The human purchased me privately.
This man needed a bodyguard.
Observation. Not that I could perceive, Master. The human believed that accompaniment by a bodyguard droid would increase his importance in the perception of others.
This man, is he still alive?
Answer. Negative, Master. The human was terminated by this HK-47 unit prior to system shutdown.
Why? What happened?
Explanation. My former master had owned me for a duration of 2 standard months before discovering my assassination protocol. He was pleased by the discovery. The human informed me that a competitor corporation was preparing to market a product that would ruin him personally. He was most agitated. He activated my assassination protocol and instructed me to kill all those responsible for the competing product. I proceeded to carry out my order.
And how did that result in his death?
My former master was unaware of this, but the competitor was in fact an arm of SizeTech Corporation, my master's own employer. It did not take long for my master to realize his mistake. By then, I had already terminated 104 corporate officers.
So he set you upon his own company.
Observation. While it may have been unintentional, my master's wording of his orders left little room for me. SizeTech was responsible for the product, after all. I do not know why my master was so upset, really. He was an officer of SizeTech and a potential target, but I cannot terminate my own master. I would assume that being the sole officer remaining, he would surely be promoted. Instead, however, the human chose to go insane with rage and attack me.
And that's when you killed him.
Objection? Naturally not, Master. As I said, I am incapable of purposefully terminating my owner. That would not be allowed. My master was not a smart man, however. While he was screaming and stabbing me with a writing utensil, he managed to pierce one of my actuators. The resulting shock terminated him and sadly destroyed my assassination protocol. Pure luck on his part, I suspect.
Well, it was his own fault.
Statement. I was only doing as I was told, Master. I would have told the human the proper codes to deactivate my protocol, had he asked. I shut down immediately whenever my master dies. I can only assume that while I was shut down, SizeTech was dismantled and I was auctioned off as former corporate property. Observation. No doubt my sale price was quite cheap, leading to Yukalaka's purchase. How very demeaning.
Are you sure this actuator can't be fixed?
Assessment. I do not believe so, Master. It would require complete dismantlement of my chassis, a most involved procedure.
Did you recover any other memories?
I have recovered knowledge of some other actuators which will enhance my performance, Master. I will activate them now. But as for my own history, negative. It will require further effort on your part to restore them, if you wish. Though certain stimuli could always restore my core still, as I explained. For now, please excuse me, Master. I wish to meditate upon the face of my former meatbag master as he was electrocuted. I find it most soothing.
Oh, cool. +2 to Dex.
Statement. HK-47 is ready to serve, Master.
Do you know anything about these Gizka HK?
Statement. I have little knowledge of that to impart, Master.
Okay, so we're gonna call it a video here. Next time we might try to repair them and get more stuff. I'm gonna deal with the Gizka problem. So until then, I've been Merrick D'Amato. Ciao. Hi, thanks for watching. This has been played and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato. The art was by Rafael Agrona. You can find a link to their commission page in the description below. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time. Ciao.